Yeah, I figured it out.
Yeah, Eric's ass was like, I'm gonna start watching Sleepy Cabin. I'm gonna look up Niall. Yeah. He legitimately did research for this. It was kind of adorable.
I didn't want to walk in like an asshole and be like, not have any idea who the hell he was. Relatively,
I wouldn't care either.
Yeah,
relatively being the key word, but I kind of haven't really been active online for a few years, so.
Yeah, what's up with that, man? What the fuck? School really that hard? What the fuck? You should be, I don't know, you should be busting out. When are you getting back to animations, Niall? That's what I want to know.
Hey.
Well, the thing is, I actually do love animation, and the stuff that I'm doing in college is kind of it's like, a lot of programming stuff, and then there's also 3D animation, all that. I just want to learn how to just make something good, which is it's probably a game. I have kind of a big idea. It's even more than an idea. I've got what's it called? It's very bare bones version of it in the works at the moment, and I'm working on that with just a couple of pals, and just kind of keep doing stuff like that for now. I'm definitely coming back to doing a podcast or streams and stuff when I move. It's just this situation here in Ireland is fucking terrible. I barely had internet for a year.
We were just asking if we had fiber connections or anything like that.
Yeah, I said surely Ireland has fiber.
I'm in the countryside, and I'm in random middle of nowhere in Ireland, and it just got fiber a year ago, but it cuts out it's really fast, and then it just cuts out for 8 hours a day sometimes.
Oh hell!
So I was well, that's great.
It sounds a lot like Mississippi, doesn't it?
Yeah, that actually sounds kind of familiar.
It sounds pretty familiar. We're out in the middle of nowhere ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
So what have you been up to besides school, man?
Just been
You're not getting slashed. You're not fucking out there getting slashed, dude.
honestly, man, not really. The thing about it's I hate it here so fucking much. There's nothing to do at all. I've quit the Tinder. People still ask me about Tinder. We did that Tinder episode 7 years ago or something. And people are still like, he's the Tinder guy. They're like, anything I post, if I post a picture with a girl on Instagram or something, people are just like, the Tinder slash. Then the girl's like, slaps me in the face.
Tinder big in Ireland?
Your dating thing, huh?
It's there. I had one Tinder date ever in Ireland. One ever, and it was the worst fucking date of all time. I barely on Tinder, and I somehow got known as the Tinder guy. But one time I went on it here, and I met a girl. I was just swiping, and then there was one girl, and she had no age, which I've never even heard of before. I've never seen that before. It was the only one I've seen that didn't have their age, and I go, she might be secretly 80, but fuck it. So it was a match. And then I remember, oh yeah, this is, I don't know if I can go.
Is it this dark? Jesus, what'd you do? Kill her?
No, it wasn't dark at all actually. But it was at a certain time. I was just thinking about this. Okay, but it was at a time where I was living in a kind of decent place. And I was really happy with myself in this spot. And then, so the girl came and she was like, yeah, I'm downstairs. And I was like, okay, I'm coming down to see you. And then I was like, wait a second. I don't know what's going to happen here. I don't know how she looks or whatever. She could be 80. I went down and then I turned the corner and I just kind of saw her there and I went, oh. And then I saw her see me and then she went, oh. So
Damn.
We both were like, damn. But we still have to do it.
Yeah.
And
courtesy.
It's we still have to do it. So I was like, let's just go into this sweet apartment. I'm not trying to do anything weird. I'm just let's just go in here. And all we did, we just had a chat. Did not get along whatsoever.
Damn, fuck. Just one awkward conversation, huh?
She was also a police officer, so that was kind of scary.
So was she a big, fat, butch lesbian lady or something? Is that, I'm picturing her in my head, and I'm like...
That's not far off. That's actually pretty close.
It was all stocky.
I was just out of my mind.
You're out of your element, dude.
Yeah, but then the old Tinder days have come to an end, sadly.
That's typical Irish women, right? That's just what most Irish women are like.
Irish women hate me, and Asian women hate me, but everyone else is fine. I can get a Mexican.
Huh.
Well, I'm sounding like a complete fucking guys. Whoever's listening to this, I'm not like some sort of ladies' man or anything. I really terrible at
Black
this.
women, listen up. Niall is available. He loves you. You love him.
He's into that dark chocolate, man.
That's
the way to go.
Actually, I'm just joking. No, definitely. That was. You know that was me and Stamper's thing. We always would kind of
Touch tips.
touch tips over exactly over their head. We both had a mutual appreciation.
I fucking pissed off some pregnant bitch today on Twitter. What'd you do today, Niall?
Wait! I want to hear about that. How did you? What? On Twitter?
Right?
Yeah.
Did you stand on her?
I pushed her down the stairs.
Fuck your baby.
What'd you do?
No, I mean, like,
fine.
she's just pregnant and, like, being a bitch. And, like, and I, like, made a joke and it didn't land.
But wait, why are they related? What's the relation?
I don't really know what the relation to her being pregnant is. Like, she said, like, she started, like, a thread on Twitter, like, saying, as a pregnant woman. And then, you know, everybody puts, like, as a blank, ... and then they talk. So I thought I'll make the joke of, like, just an ironic post of, like, something equally as common and just say, as a society, can we stop saying as a XYZ?
So you're mocking her.
Yeah, I was mocking her. I was
it.
mocking her, and she got pissed off. Turns out she has quite the following, and they are fucking livid at me right now, dude.
Man, you just spiked her cortisol's levels. You could have, like, killed that baby. She could have had a miscarriage because of you. Could have just flung right out of her. And then she blocked you?
Yeah, she blocked me because she like quoted the tweet or something and said something whatever, and then I just responded with like the most baby asinine. I just responded with the most baby asinine shit. Like I was responding with like 1 and 2 word replies, and she just got fucking pissed.
It's a bit satisfying though, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
this is one of the most losery things I'll ever admit to. But I had a fake Twitter account where I would just like try to like cause havoc, but no matter what, I would just disagree with everybody. There was one like, I'd be like, someone would be like, oh yeah, climate change. I'd be like, I hate the environment. I love toxic waste. People are like, people like this should be killed. I'm like, well,
you're like the anti-Reddit Niall.
It's like, I'll burn a tire in your honor. It was just a little fun. I just felt a little like, I was like,
We've all trolled a little from time to time, I believe.
We do a little trolling. It wasn't the most productive time in my life, but it was fun.
We had a friend in high school that did the same thing, is all I was going to say. They had a Facebook page that did the exact same thing like 10 years ago. I mean, people do that all the time. That's why you can't take anything on the internet fucking serious, man. You can't take that shit serious.
You basically have to just by default think that everything is a lie and work backwards from there.
Yeah.
And that's not a quote from me directly. I heard that from someone else.
That's just one of the rules on 4chan.
I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Just assume everything is a lie and then work backwards from there.
I spent a whole day arguing with a grown-ass man about like why the minimum wage should be lowered. And like... It's like no, like I just made it up. Of course it shouldn't be lowered. Like I was like, no. I was just for the whole fucking, and it was the whole day. Like I spent, and then he'd reply, and I kind of go, and I'd just look at his reply, and I'm like, and like I would just, I don't know what I was fucking at.
What do you think about the fucking Ocean Gate thing or whatever, Niall? Those fucking billionaires that went down to the Titanic.
Oh yeah,
people talking about that in Ireland.
What I think about that is that I'm a fucking idiot because I would have done it. I would have done
Same.
it. I know I would have done
right.
it. I 100%.
That was the first thing my wife said.
Yeah, I love the Titanic. I'm like, I go through these weird phases. I went through a phase where I was just obsessed with boats. For no reason, I have like no interest anymore. I was just like obsessed, and I was like obsessed with the Titanic, and I was like, dude, there's this like they remade. Okay, wait. This is a side note. Sorry, fucking ADD. But they remade the like entire Titanic in Unreal Engine 5, and you can download it for free right now. It's so fucking cool. You can. It's
What?
like it looks 100% real. I think it's called Project 401, and they're making like some sort of whodunit kind of murder mystery game out of it. But you can actually just
shit.
walk through the whole map. It's dope. I think actually only half the map is released, but it's super dope. It looks real, and you can. They're doing VR support, yeah, but yeah, no, that's cool. But anyway, I was obsessed with Titanic, so that's how I.
Me and
know
my
about
wife
that
will go
game.
play that game later.
Dude, no, it's not really a game. It's like you just kind of walk around, and go wow, and then you like look at pictures of the real part of it, and you go, this is exact. But it's only if you're a super nerd like me. But fucking what was I saying? Oh yeah, I would have done it for sure, and I would have found the PlayStation controller exciting. I would have been like, whoa, that's so cool. You do this with a PlayStation controller? Like, all the shit that people are giving them shit about, I would have been like, that's so cool.
I would have gotten a little concerned when they started welding the door shut when we were getting in. I'd be like, huh.
Did they do
Is that
that?
how they did it?
welded
Is
the
that-
door
Yeah,
shut?
they had to like seal it shut from the outside. Yeah.
No, fuck that. Dude.
Yeah, like
Fuck
they didn't
that.
have like
Yeah.
latches or anything. I mean, I guess it might have also had latches, but no, they then had to like seal it shut. I'm not sure if they welded it specifically. Hell, they might have riveted it. But the point is, they had to apply tools to the outside to seal the door shut. After they
fuck
put
that.
like the 5 of them in that tiny submersible. I was like, hey guys, they didn't skip any corners constructing this thing, did they?
It would be too late when they're welding the door shut. What are you going to
Right? Like, oh, I'm fucked.
do? Oh, shit, guess I'll just die. Didn't it implode? Didn't they, like, crush?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That's absolutely what happened.
I just hope it was quick.
Yeah, me
God.
too.
Though with the pressure of the ocean down there, I feel like once the seal broke, everyone would kind of
Oh yeah, yeah. It was probably
not to
instant.
be insensitive.
It was pretty instant. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they'd all just kind of be crushed instantaneously, and hopefully didn't have to
Did I ever tell you about
Live
that,
through
Eric?
that.
I've been in a submarine.
do what?
Did I ever tell you
Yeah?
that I've been in a submarine?
Really?
Yeah, I've
Whoa.
been in an actual submarine before.
No shit.
Yeah, in like the Gulf of Mexico, I got in a submarine and we went to like the coral reef down there or whatever.
Isn't that, like, not deep at all? The coral
I don't.
reef?
It wasn't
no.
that deep. It was like, the only thing I could think, it was like maybe, I don't know, 50 feet.
Hell,
maybe
it'd be
at
cool
most.
to go into the lake behind
Oh.
my house in a submarine. Just getting in a submarine sounds like it would be pretty fun.
My mother wouldn't do it. I remember my mother wouldn't do it, and like they had to before we even like went down, some lady had a panic attack and like was like, "All right, let me out," and like
Yeah, if you have the tiniest bit of claustrophobia, that shit could.
Small child 6-year-old me though was like, "Hell yeah, put me in that tube, put me in the water."
You were 6.
Yeah, dude, I was like 6. I didn't know
must
any
have been
better.
Badass.
Fucking hell.
I went scuba diving in the same coral reef later, or maybe earlier. Maybe that was how they convinced me. They were like, "You've already been down there. Just get in the metal tube."
Yeah, kind of safer
you
in
see
the middle
anything
tube
cool?
when you think about it.
Any fishes?
No, dude, tons of fish. That was mostly what it was. It was mostly
Aw,
just
they're so
a
cute.
shitload of fish. They fucking colorful is what it was. I remember that much. I remember being like, God damn, there's so many different types of fish.
I know the time I would do the submarine, I'd get in, and it would just be like, there'd just be like fucking beer cans and like fucking, just like a turtle with that fucking, what's it called? What are those things they did that kills the turtles? Those ring can
Oh,
things?
the like 6-pack things.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
yeah.
little plastic 6-pack rings. Yeah.
Actually, I remember that was another thing I said on Twitter. I was like, I was telling them that the turtles like it. It's like decoration. on Twitter. They were, I can't believe
adorn their
this."
bodies with it on purpose. They think it's stylish.
Dude,
then
I want to start a
tragically, they grow bigger
nonprofit
and
to like
suffocate.
grab those
No.
things out of the trash now and then like decorate them so that the turtles look cool when they wear them.
Just bling them out, little diamonds and shit.
Like
Go
a
get some
fake
costume
LLC.
jewelry and just like start affixing it to the 6-pack rings.
Same with the plastic straws, like fucking up their nose. You know, what was that? Is that where they?
Yeah, I heard they banned plastic straws over there in the EU or whatever. So
How are
like
the
y'all have
turtles
to
supposed
fuck
to
with
do
those
cocaine?
paper straws that are awful and dissolve while you're drinking shit.
While you're drinking, it tastes like bleached paper. It's
Really?
terrible. Whoever did that, yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I went on a cruise and they had those. And I was just like, what the fuck is this garbage?
Yeah, like, it's retarded. Fuck it. Or am I allowed to say that on this show?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can say
sure,
whatever the
fine.
fuck you want
Oh.
on this show.
Yeah. Okay. It's
Unless
retarded.
you want me
so
to censor something, you can say whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, you can request censorship. That's fine.
I mean, the environment, whatever people think of it, I don't like. But I just think about how it relates to me, and it's fucking my shit up. They stopped selling coffee at the place I get coffee at, and now you have to buy this reusable plastic cup. And they're like, oh, no, it's good for the environment, but like the trash can is full of the plastic cup. So now instead of like biodegradable paper, it's full of fucking plastic. As for the environment, and I have to buy like I have to spend like €3 extra every time now to get this fucking cup. So I'm boycotting them.
Is that like a? Do you guys like have Starbucks or like do you have like? Does
Yeah,
Ireland
we
have their
do.
own like Starbucks company?
Yeah, man. Yeah, fuck Starbucks, bro. Last time I went there, my bike got robbed right outside it.
God damn.
In Ireland?
Yeah, this was only like a couple of weeks ago. I don't like Starbucks because I refuse to say like their words. I will never say what is it, venti? What do they do?
Yeah,
You
venti,
cannot make-
grande. I don't know what the small one's supposed
You
to
I don't
cannot
either. I
make me
have
say
no
that.
fucking clue.
Dude, I had a Mexican standoff with one of them before. Like I was in the queue and then it was my turn and she goes, what size? And I was like, could I get a medium? And she goes, grande? And I go, no, medium. It's like grande. I go, medium. And it stopped at that.
What bitch fucking pushes that hard?
It's
What
like, bitch,
fucking bitch?
whichever one's not the smallest and not the biggest. With
Yeah,
that
seriously, fuck that bitch.
I think to be honest, I was the psycho in that scenario because she was just trying to be. She was just kind of like, oh no, here we say this, and I was like, I don't say that. And I think it might scare you.
Nah, dude, you're not the psycho in that scenario. She's the fucking psycho if she expects that shit. Since I said last time we did this that I would ask you the rest of the questions that we got on Reddit, you ready for a couple of questions off of Reddit?
Let me guess what they are. Tinder.
Yeah.
What are you up to nowadays? Do you still talk to the guys?
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. Definitely those two.
Yeah.
I went through them to make sure that they weren't fucking gay.
No, you
But,
can
you
ask
know.
me. I really don't give a shit.
I know. Honestly, the first one with the most upvotes is, and you're probably gonna love this, is Niall. How big is your dick?
I think like when it's soft, it's like actually tiny. Then when it's, decent, it's still tiny.
It's a grande. Medium.
No, unfortunately, it's a venti. Wait, it was venti. I don't know. I see. I refuse. To what I'm saying is it's been described as probably say huge if it was huge.
Yeah, of
Right.
course.
I think it's just normal.
They didn't say it was pretty or anything.
No,
Yeah, I was given no
hand.
handicaps nor disadvantages.
I think it's the most normal dick in the world. I think my dick is literally the one they use on Wikipedia when you type in penis. It's just the most normalest dick. Most normal dick.
At least you
of
didn't
all
get the
time.
fucking
Same.
what
Same,
was it,
bro.
Epstein with the fucking egg-shaped dick?
Egg shake.
Oh, Weinstein.
What?
Harvey
Yeah.
Weinstein. Yeah, they said that.
Harvey
his-
Weinstein. Yeah, Niall
Yeah,
knows. Yeah.
They said he had a bulbous egg at the end of his cock, but it was just a bulbous
God.
egg. It was like a tiny little. This is how I imagine it. It was like a tiny
Oh.
little like shaft, and then just an egg, like a purple dragon egg on the top of it.
Oh, imagine all the people that had to suck that nasty dick.
I bet he's smiling, man. I bet he's smiling in prison, going, "Ah, yeah, fucking Jessica Alba. That was a good time."
His
Jamie.
fucking thing apparently was
Probably
that he
like a
would get
minimum
injections in
security
his
thing.
dick to get his dick hard, and then he would like eat pussy instead of like getting fucked by women. He would like his big move was to like eat pussy because his dick didn't work, and he would have to like get injections to get it to work. That's obviously that's hearsay, but during when all that shit was going on, that was like the conclusion that people came to was that was how his cock worked. Don't ask me why I know that. All right.
Yeah, don't ask me why I know this, but I think those injections they use to make your dick bigger, it's called synthol. And that's the same shit they use. You ever see those guys? Do you ever see those guys that they're like on Instagram and stuff? They have like fake muscles because they inject
Hell
some shit
yeah,
into them,
dude.
and they just look so
Oh, yeah.
like they're just big fucking bubbles that come out of them.
Yeah,
I think that's the
gross.
literal same shit he's injected into his fucking disgusting purple cock.
That's the
That
same
makes
shit.
sense.
Does it?
think about it. That makes sense because it just makes it big and puffy and stuff.
Oh,
like,
dude,
it just,
that explains why it's egg-shaped. Like, I mean, that would explain the whole thing. Like,
it all just sags into the tip after a little while and leaks into the front. Oh, and it just sags and just, ugh.
Explodes after a certain amount of time. Those synthol guys' muscles explode.
It's all purple and veiny.
do they explode?
They actually, they've been known to explode. If they do too much, it'll just pop like a fucking balloon.
Why are all those guys like Middle Eastern or something? Is that like
Are
big?
they? I didn't.
Yeah, they're all like
super
they're all
familiar.
they're definitely all Middle Eastern or something.
I think it's not exactly Middle Eastern. I think it's like somewhere between Russia and the Middle East, like that area. That weird fucking.
All I'm saying is I've never seen like a redneck guy who's been like, "Hell yeah, brother, look at my muscles. I got the biggest fucking muscles in the world, son."
I mean, I've seen rednecks that look like they're on steroids.
Yeah,
but
absolutely. But I've never seen one with
much
collagen injections.
No.
Rednecks like when you kind of look the old school strong, like Sean Connery-ish kind of, you know, like the 50s kind of just about, you can lift things and move them. That's what redneck, they're like, oh, he's a hard-working guy. They like fucking calloused hands and fucking, you know, sexy big fucking throbbing cocks with fucking veins coming out.
I'm now imagining like a Texan guy who's like, hell yeah, brother, I went down there and I got these injections in my lips. My wife fucking loves it, man.
Check it out.
Yes. Kim Kardashian-ass lips.
Still got like the jeans and the big cowboy hat though.
That's coming to Ireland now, which is kind of scary, that fucking look.
Collagen lips
collagen?
on men?
They're starting, no, women. They're starting to get them here
Okay.
now. I'm seeing the girl, like, you know, when they're not wearing makeup and their lips are kind of like this.
I thought he was just trying to say they're starting to get women in Ireland now. America's got women for days, dude. Was that why you're wanting to come back to America, Niall?
It's way more fun over there, man. Ireland fucking stinks. I hate it. I actually hate it. I have to say. I like Irish people. Irish people are great. You know, it's mainly just my kind of arrangement I got going on here. I hate, but like to be honest, there's not really much to do in Ireland. Like if someone says what to do if they come to Ireland, I say like, oh, go to like England or something.
Damn.
There's really not much to do here, bro. It's really fucking sucks. Like, LA broke my brain because like.
I've heard it can do that.
Well, yeah, no, it did. It fucked with me. It does fuck with people. It fucked with me so bad. Like, it really does fuck with people. But like, it was so fun every day because there was always something to do. Here, it's like, well, I guess I'll walk the dog again.
Eric, what would you, if somebody came to Mississippi and they were like, what do I do? What would you tell them?
Okay, see, I'd tell them to ask someone else because I'm a fucking shut-in who lives with like his 5 dogs.
Yeah.
Down like a gravel driveway in the woods.
Yeah,
like,
you're a hermit that lives in the woods, but still, I can't
go
help
fishing
but
in my
think
backyard, but you know, stay out my backyard. I don't know. I can't play video games in my living room, but you know, don't get into my living room or else I'll probably shoot you. Like, I don't know. I don't like. I just entertain myself most of the time.
The first thing I thought of was go to Tennessee.
Go to Memphis. Yeah,
go to Tennessee.
Yeah, that's
leave
close by.
Mississippi.
Go to the coast. Go to New Orleans. It's
Yeah.
only about 4 or 5 hours away from here. If you're in southern Mississippi, it's really close.
I was thinking of moving to Montana, but I don't know why. I just kind of want to.
I don't know what's in Montana.
Neither do I.
I
I
don't
can't
know
think
of
of
it.
anything about Montana off the top of my head.
I can't tell you a single thing about Montana, and I'm not sure if that it speaks to my education.
I know it's west of here and it's towards the middle. It's like
Is
one
it?
of those big.
It's like top. It's like top middle.
It's top
Yeah, it's
middle.
got some mountains over there
I was
near
kind
the
of
west.
thinking. Yeah, I was
I
kind
think
of thinking
maybe.
something like that. Something chill. Something kind of.
Oh, you can always go to Colorado.
Yeah, that was another one. That was another big option. So it was Colorado, Texas. I think Colorado, Texas. Where was the other one? Arizona. It's one of those. Wait, no, there was another one. Colorado, Texas, Arizona.
Georgia has actually been having a lot of media stuff lately. Like Cartoon Network does a lot of stuff out of Georgia, and
Really?
that's
Yeah.
definitely in your general ballpark. You know,
Georgia fucking sucks, though.
I'm talking about after LA. Like, I'm definitely going to LA first. For a
Right,
while, but I
right.
just don't want to stay there. It fucks with my head too. It's too bad. Like, I don't know why. Like, it's just the people that I meet are all like. It's not just a cliche. They're actually fake people. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's nuts. Everyone's out for themselves. There's just drugs fucking everywhere. It's kind of filthy, but it's fun.
thinking of that from a Mississippian perspective, I'm
Yeah.
so like I have no idea what he's talking about.
Well, no, that actually sounds exactly like what I've heard for the most part.
Sure, of
like,
course,
from a,
but,
the
like, for here, I've
conservative
never seen it.
Mississippi perspective, where everyone doesn't like liberal old California.
Yeah.
You know, just like, oh, there's a bunch of drugs and queers, and you know, like whatever.
Well, I mean,
It's
that's just
like,
true.
and it's like, yeah, but isn't
That
it
is
great?
true.
Drugs and queers are wonderful.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand. Like, that's
Also,
fine.
the thing about LA is that it's like I describe it's kind of like a bowl, and then like the further up on the bowl you are, the like cleaner it is, but then all the like scum kind of gets down to the bottom because it's a valley. Like, you know, the Hollywood Hills are the top of
Right.
the bowl, and then it just like, and I was kind of near the bottom of the bowl. I was like, not like near, not like at the bottom of the bowl, but I was kind of like getting. I was like, it's kind of like ugh,
Around the
kinda
rim
getting
down
your-
there.
What's the absolute bottom? Like Hollywood Boulevard?
I assume that's where like the crackheads are like twitching under bridges and stuff.
Well, it's very expensive to live in Hollywood Boulevard, but it's also a shithole. Yeah, but like Hollywood Boulevard does have like the hills. So like if you're at the top of the Hollywood Boulevard, it's just, you can see all of LA. It's a stunning view. That's where all the fucking, what's it, Sunset? What's it, Selling Sunset?
Sunset Boulevard. Yeah.
Selling Sunset that I don't secretly watch while wearing panties and a dress. The closer you kind of get to the street, any of the streets, that's where the shit hits the fan. Like you just see people on meth walking around. Like it's crazy. Like it's just like, oh look, that guy's about, oh that's that guy, that guy. Dude, but there's really interesting characters you see too that you'll never see anywhere else. There was this guy when I lived in it was actually South Central, which is one of the like scary. It's like, I think they sang about it in Straight Outta Compton or some shit. But like,
I feel like I've heard of
Look,
South Central. Yeah.
South Central, but I was living near USC, which is the college there. So there's like a kind of a little protected bubble around me a bit. But like I kind of did like to wander out just to see what the fuck was going on. There was a guy around there who had like he'd wear like one of them kind of old school Chinese hats. You know those kind of Chinese hats. He was a homeless
Rice
guy.
farmer
Yeah, yeah.
hats?
Yeah, like the big wide brimmed hat. Yeah.
But he looked like a Bloodborne character kind of somehow, even though he was like carrying all this shit. He was like super skinny, and he was like big, and he would just wander. There was something like weirdly majestic about him, and then like I got kind of close to him, like, oh, he's on like meth or some shit. But like there's just weird people like that. Like there's a dude who just like pulled over one day, and he's wearing a full like purple pimp outfit, and he was on like a sparkly motorbike, and he goes, "Hey man, you want to ride?" I was like, no. So all right, he went out. Like shit like that happens. Nothing like that.
Should have
would
taken him
happen
up on
here.
it, Niall. I want to
Was
know
it
where
a
he would have
motorcycle?
taken it.
I kind of regretted afterward. Yeah, it was like a sparkly. It was like this weird. It was a weird like kind of Harley Davidson type motorbikes that was just really shiny.
What do you do when a sparkling pimp rides up on a motorcycle and offers you a ride? That's a hard question. I never thought that I'd be faced with that
I
question.
should. I regretted not saying yes. But like that like 10 things like that happened to you a day over there. Like it's fucking nuts. It's quite crazy. Like another time, meth is so fucking prevalent. One time I was trying to get an apartment, and one guy was like, he seemed kind of nice on the emails and stuff. I filled out the application, blah blah blah, and he said, "Yeah, do you want to come over and have a look?" And I go, "Yep." And I got Weinsteined. He opened the door. He was wearing a robe with nothing under it. Well, it looked like nothing was under, but it wasn't like open. It wasn't like open. He was just wearing the robe. I was like, it's kind of weird. Like, I assumed he might have had something. I was hoping this is a fucking house tour, and I walked in, and it was like, first thing I noticed was like a pipe. Like, he didn't even put away the meth pipe. I don't know if it was a crack pipe or a meth pipe. The ones with the circle, the glass ones with the circle at the end.
It's both, man.
Yeah, I think
do
you can
both
use
out of
that for either. I'm not familiar enough either, though, so couldn't tell you.
But yeah, that was just there, and then I caught a glimpse. So I did not go into the bed. He said I did not go into one of the bedrooms, but I caught a glimpse through a mirror of some like kind of like naked dude just kind of walking around. Like it might have been his room, and I just looked at him naked and might have thought it was weird. That might have been just normal, and I should have been looking at that, but just everything seemed really super off. Like, yeah.
I'm not from California, but I think I can honestly say that that's not entirely normal. No, that's not an American thing or something. You know, you were right. You were right. That was fucking. You might have been on the verge of being molested. You know, that's distinctly possible. Yeah,
I thought I was about to get gang raped.
that is a very real possibility. You're lucky to have the asshole you currently have.
And then, last last thing about LA is just kind of just a lot of kind of the people. I don't not everybody. And I'm not even talking about LA natives at all, like people that are from there. I'm just talking about like kind of people that kind of they just seem to kind of go like what is it magnetically attract to you, and then they're like trying to use you to get to something else, and it's kind of obvious. And yeah, it's just a whole lot of that kind of goes on over there.
Like show business, you mean, basically? Like it's just people that
shallow
are
Yeah.
show business situation.
Yeah.
Very shallow. Yeah. A lot of that. The word networking, I fucking hate. That's another one of my words, like networking. If someone says, "Yeah, we're just networking," I immediately dislike them.
As soon as they start using all that asinine jargon, just like, yeah, no, just say stuff normal.
Like networking, like if you think about like saying networking, it's like, oh yeah, I just want to kind of make friends with people who can get me stuff.
I've like never heard anybody sincerely use the word networking in Mississippi, I don't think.
No.
Did they say it in Ireland?
No. That's a mainly LA thing. That's mainly an LA thing. Oh yeah, we're going to this party to network. Just say you're going to the party to like meet people. Fuck.
To do blow.
Yeah,
Tell them they're say you're going to do blow.
See, that's a good point he makes too, because whenever I used to go to college for acting, kind of part of what made me fall out of it is I realized that no matter how much money I fucking wasted in college, trying to go for theater, I was like, this will only ever be like, 5 to 15% of what matters. The rest is just knowing the right person at the right time.
No, that's 90%. That's literally, or sucking Harvey Weinstein's cock.
Like I could have a fucking PhD in fucking, theater and like, I might never get a worthwhile job in it,
It's about who you know. About who you know. Part of the reason why I actually stopped animating, and I really regret it, is that during when I was doing Sleepy Cabin, I was friends and I was working with like some of the most talented animators that I like could have ever like known, like that were young, like people my age and stuff. Just literally the top. I'd say some of the top of the talent pool for that. That's Chris, Zach, all those guys, and fucking. I didn't want to start animating doing that and then use them to prop me up. And I was also kind of worried at the time about like, I was only thinking about this recently. I was also worried a little at the time that my shit wouldn't be even close to their level, which is a very fucking hard level to get. They're super talented. And I thought they would think it was shit. So then I kind of like stopped altogether. I just like really regret that.
Kind of psyched yourself out on it, basically.
I really psyched myself out of it. But now I don't really give a fuck about nothing. I just want to make something really good. And I've been probably said that last year when I was on the podcast, but it still applies. I'm working on shit.
I kind of want to talk about that because I feel you on that. I feel the exact same way with even talking to you or you guys, anybody from Sleepy Cabin that's been on the show. I feel like I feel like people are going to look at this, or I can psych myself out of looking at this and being like, I'm just using people to prop myself up or something. That can feel terrible if you're just sitting there and you're like, nothing I make is going to be as good as what these people have made. And like at this point, I'm just like fooling myself.
Or like almost like imposter syndrome. You feel like the only reason you got anywhere is because you're piggybacking off of somebody else or something, as opposed to going off your own merit.
That's another thing I hate: imposter syndrome. When successful people say that they have imposter syndrome, just like kind of like just. I don't know my point. I just always kind of got a bit fucking weird about that. But even though that might have sounded like what I had, I think I actually was a real imposter. So the syndrome applied. I wasn't as good at the time as them. I could have like kept going and got there, but
I don't know, man. I loved the shit you made. I thought it was great, but I can understand where you're coming from for sure. It doesn't really matter when you make stuff and put it out on the internet. It doesn't matter how many people see it and how many people like it. Like you, as a person, have to like separate yourself from that and then just be like, I'm doing this to make something for myself and to like kill time until I die, basically.
Yeah, I just got worried, man. I just got worried, and that was another thing is like if I wanted to do something good, and that's kind of still what I'm doing now. It's like I want it to be kind of on my own, like because it's good, and not because I know those guys. Those guys have been fucking awesome to me too, though. Like by the way, I ain't dissing that.
2 hours later.
I think all this drama, everything. I literally think all of this new algorithm which is propping up drama and all this shit is literally probably Chris and Zach's fault from Sleepy Cabin because I'm telling you, I have a theory. Because
Go on.
because fucking at the time YouTube, like this is like 10 years ago, YouTube had this reply function where you can see people that reply directly to the videos. You can watch the videos of people replying to the videos. And then, of course, naturally, these hoes exploited it, and they just got their cleavage out in the thumbnail, and they would just like get onto a popular video, and they just talk about it, and they're like, "Hi guys, I just want to talk about this video. It's so fucking funny. You should check it out." And then they get like 2 million views.
Right.
And then Zach made a video just completely annihilating one of them. Megan Speaks, I remember her name was. It was so fucking funny. And then like right after that, YouTube completely pulled that function, and because they were solely taking advantage, they were getting thousands and thousands of dollars off of like 40-second video going, check out this video. So they changed it to time watched. So YouTube is now like based off, you know, the time retention. That was all probably going to come anyway, but it's just funnier to think that it was Zach's fault.
Dude, these days, fucking YouTube is based around shorts. If you can, like, if you put up, like, do you see what the Spiffing Brit did yesterday where he put up a...
Is that a real guy?
Yeah, it's a real guy. He does, like...
That sounds like a fake channel where, you know, like, they'd have the draw... You know, the old school, like, the drawing of the Spliffing Brit. Is that what he is? Is he one of those guys?
Yeah,
He actually is have a drawing of like he's got like a top hat and a monocle and a thing.
He's exactly what he sounds like.
He basically breaks video games on his channel for the most part.
Yeah.
Of course.
He fucks with video games. He like exploits them and stuff like that.
Yeah, he does exploit content. Anyways, he put up a short of one. He does exploits on YouTube too to like show how the algorithm is broken. He put up a 1 second short of a black screen yesterday. And just got perfect analytics on it. You know, he had like 14,000% watch rate, and that's pretty much the meta right now. If you put up like a 2 second clip, then it performs amazing, and you just make $5.
People play that algorithm like so fucking hard. It's so disingenuous, but it's something you kind of have to do. You're actually like forced to do it, so you don't knock it, but like. People like Mr. Beast, I mean, Mr. Beast, fair play to him, he's doing great, but fucking, he's literally just a robot. Like, it's just like algorithm work. Like, there's no, like, soul to it. It's just what gets the most views, blah, blah, blah.
It's creepy.
Kind of like MatPat's content, where they start to just work on solely around, like, the algorithm and learn how to, like, pull in a specific audience.
That's the guy that did game theory.
Kind of stuff. Yeah.
Fucking, if I want to tie that back to LA, that's another thing. It's like this all happens when a channel reaches a certain level. The businessy people come in, and when the businessy people come in, it's all about retention, all about this watch time maximizing, blah 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 blah. And then you definitely does lose something when that kind of stuff gets involved. It really like loses. Definitely does start losing shit. Like it becomes a business now, and that's what your future is, boys.
No, I ain't fucking doing that. Fuck that shit, man. I live in Mississippi. We could make $36,000 a year off this channel and actually live off of it.
Yeah.
Isn't that obscene? In Mississippi,
Really?
the housing market
Wait, where?
is... Yeah, dude.
In Mississippi?
Mississippi, you don't have to have any money. You can live here
I'm gonna
for
put that
practically for free.
I'm going to put that on the fucking road. No, for real. I don't even care where I fucking live.
Yeah.
I just want to get to the States ASAP. That's it.
Well, if you want to get to the States, you want to get here, you want to live here for practically free and still have high-speed internet, Mississippi is probably your best choice.
We do have an incredibly low
that's
cost
noted.
of living.
It's the lowest in the country. We have the lowest cost of living in the whole country. You can
Are we
live here
still
off of
number
minimum
one
wage.
Is it like poor people, though?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
I know. I know.
I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I'm poor.
Yeah.
Hey, did you get fucking sick off of the fluorescent light fight that you did with Stamper?
No.
Somebody wanted to know that. I'm looking at these fucking questions, and I was like, some of these are fucking gay.
I mean, the
but
gases in there are poisonous, but you'd have to do a lot and or like inhale it directly out of the tube or something to get really
It's
sick.
also micro shards of glass that when someone like freeze framed and made a gif of like the exact moment the like gas went into my nostrils and then like
Oh my god!
so like I definitely
Ooh.
inhaled some of that shit. But no.
And you were
Not
fine?
that I know. Yeah.
You were
Completely fine.
That's insane.
My head was a little owie, but yeah, that wasn't the smartest move. I didn't know what was in those things, to be honest. I actually didn't know. I thought it was just I thought it was just glass.
You're a fucking retard, dude. You could have fucking died.
But also, I at the time I considered like making Stamper like kind of adults that would know this shit, that would stop.
How much
me.
older than you are they?
Like 10 years. I was like
My-
23 or something, and they were like 34, 33.
I didn't know Stamper was that old.
Stamper's
Stamper
like
was that
Were you
old.
the youngest member?
No, I think that was Zach.
Oh,
No, Stamper's 40 now, so whatever that extrapolates to.
Yeah,
so he was
I think-
around 32 or so when y'all started that.
Oh shit,
don't
he's my
fucking know.
that's the age I am now. Wait, oh my god. I saw him as like so much older than me. That's like actually not that much older. I remember going there once and Stamper was like frustrated and he's like, "Man, everybody expects me to run a business. I don't know how to fucking run a business." I remember thinking, I'm like, "Yeah, but you're like older. You shouldn't know how to
That's a
run
good Stamper
business."
impression.
Yeah, no, I'm 34. I do not know how to run a business.
Yeah, that actually was a pretty good impression. I didn't know I could do that. That was the other Stamper impression, like the kind of more kind of dark Stamper. Where it's like, oh man.
The evil Stamper, I understand. It's like the evil AVGN or
Dark-
did the
it's
AVGN have like an
Markiplier.
evil character?
Markiplier's the one who had
Markiplier,
the
yeah.
Darkiplier thing going on.
I don't fucking know, dude. I didn't watch that gay shit. I didn't watch fucking Markiplier.
I've watched like in the last 11 years of his career. I think I've watched about I actually know about 11 or 15 of his videos actually in that time span.
I watched
I
two.
don't know.
He doesn't actually do anything to make people hate him. He's just like, for some reason, he's just hated by like a ton of people. I
don't hate him. Like, I mean, he seems nice enough.
Did you ever hear? Did you ever hear Markiplier?
Markiplier?
No, what is that?
It's the best song you'll ever hear in your life. I don't know if you can pull it up in a podcast. Wait. Get ready, boys.
Okay, yeah. Send it here. We'll listen to it.
Even if you don't put it up, I just want to kind of see your faces. So hold on.
Okay.
Because it might be nothing, but it might. I don't know.
No, it might. Oh
It's
my
a song.
God, what is
It's a
this?
song. The best song you've ever
Mark-
heard.
Okay, hold on.
By
We'll listen
21
to it.
Pilots? What?
This is all I can think of when I think of Markiplier.
Markiplier, a Markiplier song parody Ride by 21 Oh, okay. It's a parody of Ride by 21 Pilots.
I don't know if I
okay.
know Ride by 21 Pilots.
I don't know off the top of my head, but
About 2 years ago that I became a Markiplier. I was told to check out a game called Five Nights. I said it's worth a try. So I looked it up and I found this guy who sounded like he was going to die. I had to see more, so I hit subscribe. 6 hours later, I
is
was
this,
like,
Niall? Why do you know what this is?
This is all I think about. When this song just runs through my head the second I hear the name Markiplier now.
Lord.
I hate it. I hate it.
Not gonna go
turn
for
it
all
off.
5 minutes.
Dude, turn that shit off. I got a
That's all
minute
you-
in, dude. Fuck
It
that.
does get worse, but that is all you need to see. You did well.
Oh my! I can't take that. I don't have like a good cringe gland for stuff like that.
I could have finished watching it. My cringe gland is a little less sensitive than yours.
When people sincerely love something, I just can't. I can't get into it. I immediately just
That inner contrarian in you sees their love and says, "I have to destroy that.
yeah. I have.
I
to
can't
hate
let
this.
that live. I hate your love for that."
I think showing his dad that would be like worse than showing his dad a picture of him in a dress.
Just
Dude, you know there's got to be like
it's like,
tons
oh,
of Photoshop.
why couldn't you have just shown me a picture of him sucking a dude's dick or something? Damn.
I'd prefer he be gay. God damn, I didn't know he had people writing songs about him. Shit.
Well, Why couldn't he have just cut his dick off like all them other boys be doing these days?
He definitely always hold that microphone. He's just thinking of Markiplier. Fucking this podcast is very cock sucking heavy. I'm sorry. It's mostly my fault.
I've sucked plenty of cocks in my
It's
life,
okay.
dude. It's fine.
Last
Are you
time we
married?
tried to tone it down, we ended
Yeah.
up talking about a cum blood infusion. So
Yeah.
it's fine. Cum dialysis. That's what it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Anyway, and that was when we were trying to tone it down, so we gave up on that pretty quick.
Doesn't that go in your
Yeah.
kidneys?
Yeah, that was the whole idea.
I know whatever it is should not run on cum.
Yeah.
I know that.
Pretty much.
I'm pretty sure.
The best part about you doing that with your microphone like that is that we froze right on that frame. I paused it right on that exact frame.
I did
of him
too.
holding the
I did too.
microphone.
I did too. I bet we paused in the exact same frame. I did too. He's like, his eyes are closed and his mouth is open. He's like,
Yeah, and he's like,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
he's getting
I guess,
ready.
why am I pretending to hold a microphone?
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
like
my
he's
God.
right there.
Well, I think we've made time for an episode. Do you want to do another one, or do you have to go? I know it's like literally 3 a.m. for you.
My sleep schedule is so fucked. I actually don't mind at all. We keep going. We can go for another bit if you want. Wait, was there enough content on for an episode there?
Yeah, dude. Our episodes are only 30 minutes long.
Oh shit!
So,
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
you could
yeah.
definitely. You could probably cut it down. You could probably cut it
There's
down to a
enough there to
medium,
trim it
30 minute.
around.
Okay,
a
well,
grande. A grande. We could cut it down to a grande.
Don't insult the man.
I haven't done a podcast in a while, so I don't know if I'm like any good anymore at it. I need to reach out.
That's okay. We suck, so it's all the same. I mean, like you can't.
You're on the worst podcast on the internet, Niall. It's
I
not.
genuinely. I remember your podcast. I've done a million people's random podcasts, and I remember your one stuck out. I know there was 2 that stuck out. That
Aw.
were good. This was one of them.
Aw.
I'm serious.
I don't.
I'm serious.
I cannot imagine why. Legitimately, I cannot. I didn't do anything. I did
I
nothing.
think I'm just basing it off. I think we vibed a bit.
We vibe. Yes. Also, by the way, Niall, I have sucked cock, and yes, I am married. I've sucked multiple cocks. My wife does not have a cock, so obviously I didn't suck her cock. But
Why are you bisexual?
yeah, I am. It was before I was married.
And you just say that out loud?
Well, not in Mississippi. I'm in Mississippi, so
He
I try
can't
to
say
keep
it out
on-
loud in public.
Yeah,
but he can say it.
I can say it in my house.
But they still stone you for that.
Yeah, they'll hang me up on a fucking cross, light it on fire in my front yard. This is where the KKK's from, Niall.
Is this where it's from?
Yes.
I always remember that like Ohio up in the north, which you wouldn't think about as like a
The
huge state for them.
headquarters of the KKK in the United States is in Mississippi right now.
Oh, okay.
What?
Yeah.
But isn't there like 5 people now? Like and they're all like 90.
They're like 2,000 or something.
Yeah, they are not on the upswing right now, which is almost surprising considering the last 7 years of political discourse around here. But I'm glad, I guess,
Yeah,
that they're not on the rise. Like,
No, there's way better racists now.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
know, right? Like they got overshadowed.
Yeah, there's way fucking more powerful racists now. What are those guys? Do you see the Patriot Front? Do you know Patriot Front?
No, I have no idea what that is. What is that?
So Patriot Front, everyone thinks it's feds, but it's like basically. So you remember the Proud Boys? That was a big thing. The Proud Boys.
Yeah.
Fucking. Oh yeah, I have a funny story about that. But anyway, there was a video that came out. I think it was like yesterday or the day before, where it was like they're the real guys. So the Proud Boys are the like real kind of guys who stand up for, I guess, whatever they believe in, against whatever the other side believes in. But then Patriot Front are like these people think it's like feds that are like acting. They're like kind of taking the place of the Proud Boys, but like they're way more radical. Like they'll just go walk down the streets shouting the N-word and all this stuff. But yesterday there was this big like clash between the Proud Boys, and they're supposed to be on the same side, but like Patriot Front aren't like real. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but it's funny because they just go demask. They all wear the same uniform. They all wear masks. They go demask them, and they started pulling off their masks, and they were like, ah! Like you could actually see like the fear in their eye. Like they were just like terrified. It was kind of funny.
Of course, dude. The people like that have no fucking backbone. Like, I mean, if you're gonna be out there wearing a mask, and I remember this video that you're talking about. They were all in fucking khakis, And that was why, like, everybody was like, they're fucking Freds.
What is this, the racist Mormon 4chan cult or something? Like, what is that?
They're out there stopping Scientology, stopping black
They've all
people.
got white button-up shirts and khakis and backpacks. They're really racist.
They are definitely feds though, because like there was another video of them like marching. There was like literally like 500 of them, and they were all like in shape, kind of like military looking kind of dude. Like, you know, if you get a random sample of the population, like especially like kind of, you know, low IQ fucking morons, but like
Mississippians, I understand.
Yeah, we know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
big fatties among them, but there was like not a single one. So
Yeah,
it's
but
like,
how many of those guys march?
He's
To be
got you
fair.
there.
I'm not saying that they're not on that side, but they're not all necessarily out in the streets marching.
maybe the fatties were like kind of way behind them because they were like trying to catch their breath.
Yeah, they were trying to catch up the whole time. The rascal couldn't get on the gravel road here.
Niall, there was a KKK rally here where we live, like, what, 5 years ago?
God, no, that was almost a decade ago.
Was it
now.
really? Was it that long ago?
All I remember was I didn't know that they had multicolored costumes, and so they had like red, black, yellow, and
That's the
white.
Grand Lizard, dude.
And I was like, holy shit, it's the white Power Rangers.
I don't think that's good. I don't. When you said multicolored, I thought of the rainbow progressive flag thing, and then the hat was like
I would have loved to see
the hat
that.
was like the trans non-binary part. You know, the like kind of black and brown.
Just a big
and the rest was the
KKK.
rainbow.
It's just like,
And they're like,
it's like, oh, we're gay as fuck, but we don't like them. Oh. Okay. Is that where we're going with that? Okay.
You know, a lot of those guys probably fuck, right?
Or the odd hill to die on, but whatever.
A lot of those guys must fuck each other out in the woods, right? Like that's got to be like what that's like half
I
about.
think we've discussed this on the podcast before, but yeah,
Sounds
like, you know.
a topic we discuss on the podcast.
It's just like, yeah, there has to be a certain percentage of like angry, racist, conservative rednecks that are sucking each other's dicks in the woods. Yeah.
definitely big black dildos as well. They're shoving up each other's fucking assholes. Like, oh, take it. No.
Oh yeah, because that makes it naughty. That makes it wrong.
You like that?
Oh
fucking
yeah,
bitch.
you like that.
fucking
Mm.
bitch.
Oh, dude, listen to that. He'd fit right in here in Mississippi.
Yeah,
Thanks,
dude, you'd
man.
slide right in sideways.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like, you know.
You could slide right in me now. You could slide right in me.
You ever wanted to go out into the woods?
I'm literally wearing no pants or underwear right now, so I'm the gayest of all.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm wearing office clothes. Look at this shit. I'm wearing what I wore to work today.
Yep.
You wore that. You
That's
wore
why
that.
I
to
was
work.
off today. So I'm like African breast.
Yeah, I like that.
No, this isn't everything,
good.
man.
That is African. Do you have one of those like kind of hats that goes along with those? Those like
I don't, but I almost started looking around for something
He's got the
similar.
other
Right,
kind of
yeah.
hat, you know,
Just
like the
trying to
white
be
one
funny.
that like points
KKK
straight
hat?
up.
No, don't have that
He's
one.
got one of those.
Don't
to
have
go
that
along-
one. No,
yeah,
no.
yeah, he's got one of those to
Don't
go
have
along
any
with
of
it.
those. Nope.
Yeah, I wear like a full suit to work, man. My job requires that I wear a
What?
full suit every
you
day.
FBI.
I work in a dog kennel, so I don't.
Yeah, that's right, man. I work for the fucking
Wait,
federal
you do?
government. No, I don't. I do work for a government entity, but I do not work for
This,
the. I
this
do not
totally
work for
should be
the
your
feds.
thing. This should be your
I
thing
just
for the
work in an
podcast. You got
office.
like one like hippie dog guy kind of going like, yeah, man, he's all good around here. And you got you like in the suit, and you're like,
You're not too
Finance.
far off.
it's good.
Did you see the? Did you see the video that I put out of the MRE video, where I'm wearing like a full
Wait, you got
fucking
an MRE?
three-piece suit and like a mask? Yeah, I did a video of like eating
Really?
MREs and I blended them with breast milk and then carbonated it and drank
Okay,
it.
wait.
Yep, it is
The
a.
first
It's a
part
disgusting-
of that was cool, but wait, what? Wait, what happened? Why? Why?
After
Why?
he samples
Why what?
everything, he
Wait,
just
the-
puts it in the blender, and at the end he combines
talking
it with
about
human
the-
breast milk.
The breast milk.
Yeah,
I bought
yeah,
some
that one-
breast milk off of eBay. That's
Yeah,
that. I
that
sent
one
it to
threw
you.
me off a little bit too, admittedly.
I bought.
Just anyone's. Wait, you bought? Wait, you did not buy breast milk off eBay. No, I know you're bullshit.
I did. I bought
You-
breast milk off
Yeah,
of
Yeah.
eBay.
yeah.
You drank some woman you don't know's breast milk.
She like cooked it and dried it out and powdered it and like shipped
Yeah.
it in a container to.
To me,
my
that's
man
worse
over
than
here,
people
yeah.
who buy those like
was
farts in
a-
a jar from OnlyFans. That's like. that's like worse.
I can at least see a practical purpose for like powdered breast milk. Like I mean, it kind of sounds nasty and it's a little unregulated. It's not illegal, but it is unregulated.
Dude, I just realized I
could
could have AIDS right now.
You could, or hepatitis more likely.
I could have AIDS. I could legitimately have AIDS from doing that. I did not swear to God. I am just now realizing I could have gotten like a sexual transmitted disease from that.
I don't know if it would survive the powdering process. I don't know.
I need to watch this video. Well, what was the MRE? What year was it from? Was it like one of those old MREs or just that?
It was. They were at least 10 years old because one of them was out of commission. Like they're just not giving them out anymore.
I think that's part of the deal with them is you're not generally supposed to sell them.
Yeah.
But after a while, the military will just dump the rest that they got at like a military surplus store. They do that with old camouflage.
Wait,
and
that's
stuff for
you in the
rednecks to
video?
go have fun with.
Yeah, that's me, man.
You look so different.
Do I look different? I'm sorry. Does that help? There we go. You see the eyebrows. It's 100% me.
Yeah, that's you. That's definitely you.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude. But I guess my question is why?
I don't know. I thought let's do an MRE review video, and then I was like, I can't make an MRE review video because everybody else has done it. I got to do something special. So I was like, we'll blend it up, and then I was like, I'll make a milkshake out of them, and then I was like, I'll get some breast milk.
Like, I don't want to be a dick, but the worst part of this is that it's got 152 views.
Yeah.
You did this for 152 views.
I honestly thought it would get more than that, if I'm going to be perfectly honest with you.
To be honest, this is so funny just watching you do this.
It's like that's all you got.
Oh my god, bro! It's the effort to go viral.
The last part was pretty painful to watch for me. I gotta admit, I was like, God, he did it, didn't he?
This
God,
is so funny. I have to watch this whole thing.
Oh.
It's it was magical. I gotta say, like out of all the things that I've made, it was one of the more magical things that I've ever done. The breast milk part was probably it wasn't even like the breast milk part that bothered me. It was everything coalescing into what was effectively a brown sludge.
He essentially created vomit.
I didn't think about that beforehand, but I essentially made vomit in a blender and with breast milk in it.
9 types of food and then powdered breast milk on top.
Mixed with milk. I hadn't thought about it at all before I did it, and it tasted just like vomit too. To no one's surprise.
It could have been vomit. It was human waste, whatever it was. And also, was it a trusted seller? Did they at least have like 5 stars on eBay?
Nah, dude. I didn't even look. I just bought them off eBay. I got all this shit off for the video I bought. I spent $300 for that video.
I mean, I can't say shit. I inhaled magnesium.
Exactly, right? Like, I mean, sometimes you just do something because you're like, that'll be awesome. I need to do that. That'll be that'll be epic.
Okay, I get you now. I feel it.
I kind of wish that I could have put it on like Newgrounds or something, but Newgrounds pretty much only takes animated stuff. I feel like it would get a lot better reception on there. I don't know what to do with that video.
Actually, the kind of humor might actually be more Newgrounds than YouTube.
It's definitely ain't Reddit, I can tell you that
age,
much. Yeah. We're both Newgrounds boys.
Way back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Niall, would you consider more episodes on Oni Plays as Stormy Q?
Yeah, they're really fun to do. I like doing when he plays. The thing is, I get a little bit nervous when I do them if I'm not doing them with like people I know like super well. I don't know why, because it's like I feel like because you literally have to be on the hunt. Well, this is all in my head. You actually probably don't, but you have to be like bang 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 like the whole time. But if someone kind of throws off the thing a little bit, it's like jarring to me. But like no, I will do Only Plays again if you ask me to. I'm sure he will if I'm in LA. And yeah, that's the answer.
You've known Chris like your whole life, right? You guys are both from Wexford.
No, I'm from Galway. I've known Chris since I was 21.
Fucking really? Wait, did you guys meet in America?
We met at Pico Day, Newgrounds.
What? Fucking, and you just both happened to be from Ireland?
Actually, we met.
How many people were from Ireland?
It's actually kind of a crazy story how we met, but we knew each other. We were friends online before we actually met in person. Now we met in person on Pico Day. No, we met, and then so I mean, I forget why I was friends. Oh yeah, we used to kind of be friends on. I think it was Skype at the time. That's what everyone was on, and kind of we'd get up to a little bit no good online, just have a little fun, do a little trolling.
Sure.
The way you're saying this is starting to like peek into like gay porn territory or something. You're starting to make me
No.
think that like
No, but
We
me,
fooled around a little online. And,
me, Chris, and our other friend almost got caught by his mom watching like hardcore gay porn. And there's a real explanation for it. Like it's not what it looks like. It really wasn't what it looked like.
please
well, it
go
was.
on.
Yes, by
go
all
on.
means.
Please.
So our friend Patty, we were just chatting about like, I don't know, they're like, oh, do you know this guy from Wexford? And then they're like, oh yeah, he goes by Tyler Arsefuck now. He's a gay porn star. He used to be he's an actor, and then they showed me his demo reel on YouTube. He's this guy who's from Wexford who's an actor. And I was like, wait, this guy's doing gay. And they're like, yeah, put it on. They're like, they put in his name. They're like, look, it's the same guy from the demo reel. And I was like, like this dude was, I remember he was being like tied up and like, it was just fucking.
oh, damn.
Like,
Oh, my God. That was some hardcore shit.
and this was, Chris has a huge TV in his room, and like his mom was like coming in, like, a cup of tea, boys, and like.
Why were you putting it on the main TV? Why not just a little
That's my
laptop
question.
monitor or something?
Why on the main television?
All three of us were lying in his bed too.
Fuck, Niall.
Because the comfiest part
How
of
did
his
you
room-
not see it? Okay.
That's fair. That's fair.
we're-
I don't have a lot of chairs in my room. I mean,
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
weren't what we literally put on for like 10 seconds, and then like going and then the door handle, and we were like
shit.
Eric, do you ever put on gay porn for the bros? I'm just asking because I know I've done it and
I
Niall's done
haven't,
it, so
but
I feel like
during the time of Meat Spin, it was put on once or twice.
nah. I'm talking like pure hardcore
no, not
gay porn.
directly pure hardcore gay porn. Is that maybe you? I don't know. I have enough mixed memories of you doing weird shit in my past that I just like you might have done that.
When
once,
me and
but
when
I
me and Eric
haven't.
started this show, doing the show together, one of the fucking things that he said to me was like, I don't know what the podcast is going to be about. I've talked to Patrick about fucking everything in the past, and I just know it's going to be fucking weird. Like I don't know what it's going to be, but I know it's going to be strange.
Yeah. So I
He's got a
figured it'd
point.
be easy to talk.
do you like having a co-host now? Just pretend he's not
Yeah,
there.
dude, I fucking love Eric, dude. Me and Eric have known each other from theater way back when. We did a couple of shows together, and he wanted to be an actor. I wanted to be an actor. We both failed miserably.
Yeah,
and,
Mississippi, not the best place to get off the ground for acting in the early 2000s.
or anything. It's not the best way to get place to get off the ground for anything. If you don't
farming.
Army.
Yeah.
So we just ended up falling into making something ourselves and putting it on the internet.
Dude, you're way better off. Way better off doing that stuff. Build your own shit.
And
yeah.
that's what you have to do in Ireland, right? Like basically,
Oh, yeah.
there's no
no
way
infrastructure.
you're making anything.
There's no Irish
not.
Hollywood.
There is, but all it does is funnel you to this fucking really shitty soap opera called Fair City that only grannies watch, and every episode, like, someone's son dies. It's like, did you hear about Margaret? No. Her son just died. And then it like zoom in, and it's like that really, like, 60 FPS soap opera cam, and like really low budgety looking, and it just zoom into her face. It's like, Margaret's son was with my son that day, and I haven't heard from him since. And then they're like, dun, dun, dun. It's just that over and over, and the fucking grannies are flicking their dusty old bean to it.
But Niall, what about Fatal Deviation?
Fatal Deviation.
I don't
You know what
it is.
Fatal Deviation is, don't you? You're from Ireland.
No.
Looks like he knows that about as well as I do.
No. Fatal Deviation is Ireland's first ever martial arts film.
What?
Yeah, it's a martial arts film that was created in Ireland on like a shoestring budget. It looks like absolute ass, but it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life.
Wait, is it
That
trying to be like
sounds-
Bruce Lee? Like kind of
Yeah,
that type of
absolutely.
thing?
It wants.
Is this from the 70s?
No, it's from 1998. It wants to be.
Oh.
It wants to be so badly to be like a Bruce Lee movie, and like the guy who's in it is like a professional model or something.
This was
Here.
like during that upsurge of martial
Just
arts movies.
grab
like
yourself
where
a
Jet
few
Li and Jackie
screen
Chan
frames
were
from
getting-
that.
Why am
Oh,
I
boy.
looking at fucking Gandalf? Okay, wait.
What is this? Is he supposed to be some sort of Celtic druid person or something?
He's his martial arts master.
Well, I guess that's the Irish equivalent of the old hermit man who lives in the woods, but don't think that that's a one-to-one like comparison. Do Irish hermits usually teach people how to fight hand to hand?
Irish Hermit. Yeah, it's called. There's another documentary, and this is actually worth watching. It's called Knuckle, and it's about bare knuckle boxing in Ireland, and like the gypsies, the
Okay.
travelers, or there's a derogatory term for them too. They used to make like the camcorder threats to each other's families and stuff. Like, hey, Janjo, if you fucking you're saying this about my mother, and then he beat the shit out of you, and you were fucking crying. You were fucking crying the other day when I saw him being and like and it's like your son is a fucking pansy, and then they'd make a comeback video. It's like,
Hey yo, John, I'm John Frogward, and I run this fucking shit.
and then they like okay, and then they set up to like do this bare knuckle fight, like no gloves and nothing, and they'd record it. And there's a whole documentary about it called Knuckle, and it's really fucking good actually.
I know
Huh.
exactly what you're talking about because that's what Fatal Deviation is about.
Well, do you know Snatch? The movie Snatch?
Yeah, I know Snatch. That movie fucking rules.
It's kind of similar to Snatch, like they do that kind of shit. But bare knuckle. It's like based off that. Brad Pitt is like an Irish, like one of those guys.
Did we talk
Makes
about
sense.
this in the last episode? Somebody asked, "Did you really get your appendix removed to skip school?" Didn't we talk about that in the last episode?
That sounds
I
familiar.
Eric-
promise that I did. That's literally what happened. I swear to God, I tried to get off school, and my mom goes,
Well, like I said last time, next time you're going to the doctor if you're taking off school.
because I did it a lot. I go, okay, I'll go to the doctor. I was thinking it's better in school, then I can play Spyro the Dragon when I get home. And then like I went went to the doctor. He pushed down on my stomach. He pushed down different areas, and he goes, "Does it hurt here?" I'm like, no. And then randomly, I just go, "Oh yeah, ooh." And then he goes, "Yeah, that's appendicitis. You need to go to the hospital now."
Son of a bitch.
I was like,
And you just ran with it.
well, no, do you know what he said? He said it could be appendicitis. You need to get like the scans and stuff. So I was like, well, the scans will show it's not appendicitis. The scans will, like, I'll still be sick off school. I'll be in hospital, which kind of sucks, but it's still better than school. And then they did the scans and all that stuff, and then they came out and they're like, yeah, your appendix is a bit weird. I'm like, huh?
Oh,
No, it's
fuck.
not. I think they didn't. Look at it. I think they just wrote appendicitis. Fuck it, let's check it out. I really think that's what they
Yeah,
did.
they didn't fucking care.
What if, ironically, you actually were about to die of appendicitis like the next week or two, and that lie just saved your life randomly?
I mean, it could have.
That'd be
Nothing
some
like
shit.
a ticking time bomb. Now I'm stuck with a fucking shitty appendix scar. I got like a ton of scars now. Fucking stinks. I
I
got
got one
a new
too, man.
recently.
Don't worry about it.
I got this one when I was 4 from falling off my bike. I got this one when I was 29 for falling off my bike. And then I got this. And I have another one here. Oh, it's here. From falling off my bike when I was 31.
What is it with
Wow.
Irish dudes and fucking having a shitload of scars?
And then I
I
got...
feel like every Irish dude's got 17.
Yeah, I don't know. But mine aren't cool scars. Or like they're not like... I wish it went down the eyebrow like a video game character. Like, like a fucking...
Like Squall.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of shit. But mine are just like...
Yeah.
They just make me look like I have wrinkles. Fucking sucks.
This question's kind of gay, but like it's like legitimate. Somebody said, Any Worldliness asks, excluding rent prices, would you recommend Galway as a city to live in if you're a foreigner and have a family?
Yes. I know I talk mad shit about it, but it's literally because I've just grown up here my whole life. I'm fucking bored of it. All my friends moved out of here. Like, they're all, like, in, like, Australia or Canada or, like, fucking LA, all these places. So, like, they're all gone. Like, all of my friends are gone. And, like, so that's why I don't like it. But in terms of living in Ireland, if you were to live in Ireland, I would recommend Galway because Dublin's just a city, and it's not even a good city. Galway's actually nice looking. It's where all the postcard, like, scenery things are taken. And it's the cultural capital of Europe. A few years in a row, it's a good spot.
What, Galway is?
It has been. I think that's a yearly thing, but
My wife literally couldn't tell the difference between Ireland and Scotland
wife.
yesterday. My wife.
How
I
dare
can
she?
if I like look at it for a minute. Like I mean, I know that where the two countries are, but like as far as the accent, I have to think about it for a couple seconds.
No, it wasn't
but
that
I
shit. My
mean,
wife just literally had no idea what the difference was between them. She thought
like,
they
I
were the
couldn't
same thing.
I couldn't explain the difference between the two, but I've heard the two different accents enough times to be like, no, I think that's Irish. But if they have a really light accent, like you don't have a super strong accent.
I can see how the Northern Irish could be confused with Scotland, like Northern Ireland. Like, give me something to say. Give me something to say.
That's the part that Britain still controls, right?
Say that my legs are really big and I'll stomp your fucking head in.
So Northern Ireland would be like, my legs are really big, and I'll stomp your foot in, or I'll stomp your what in? I'll stomp your head in. And then Scotland would be like, my legs are really big, and I will stomp your fucking foot in. Like, it's way more exaggerated, but they're both kind of
Scarier.
Yeah, I know they roll their R's a lot in Scotland. It's a little bit more popular there. When I go to like a stereotypical Irish accent, I would go into like a high-pitched thing, That's because I'm always thinking like Lucky Charms. Hey, jolly old Ireland,
Ireland, I think Ireland has to have the most accents in the world. Like, the accent of the little area I'm in is different from like 10 minutes down the road. They have a totally different accent. And then 10 minutes away from that, all over where I'm from. Ireland has just billions of accents.
Well, Ireland used to be 4 different countries, right? It used to be like Lancaster and
Weir, Ireland. Is that
Lancaster, Tyrone,
I might
something
be
else.
Too far backwards.
Do you know what I'm talking about, Niall? Do you have any idea?
I know about Hibernia.
South Ireland was like Lancaster, I think, and then like
Oh, are you
Eastern
talking about
Ireland was
when
Tyrone.
the Brits came here?
Yeah, when it was like the 1300s, dude. Is that why it has different fucking
I should probably
like
know that.
shit? Oh, dude, legitimate question, because I don't know shit about Ireland, but it amazes the shit out of me that this happens in Ireland. What's like the terroristy shit going on? Like, is that still going on, or is that fucking over?
You know that song?
No, I have no fucking clue what it is.
You threw us
That
off
song-
with that one, not gonna lie.
I know,
Is that the ISIS theme?
The Irish battle cry.
That's the ISIS theme. I recognize that one.
No, it was the Cranberries. I was singing the Cranberries song. You know that song, Zombie. The zombie song that Cranberries. That's about it. But, yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's about the. It's called the Troubles, and it was a thing in Ireland where it's like the IRA, the Irish Republican Army, who are either terrorists or heroes to some.
Yeah.
That's how terrorism works. You're either like
Yeah, exactly.
when we did it to the English, we were heroes. When
it was like the Catholics and the Protestants were fighting over who owns Ireland, pretty much in the north of Ireland.
right.
Me saying that I don't care, both sides are going to hate me because they're like, you don't care about our freedom, and then they don't like, you don't care about our freedom.
Are your like family big into that? Do you have like any family members that are super political? Because like in Mississippi, there's like a bunch of big Trump supporters.
Yeah, it's a very conservative area.
Oh man, Trump has points, but he wasn't related, but my cousin's dad, like he was like, his mom was related to me, is my aunt, but like her husband, he's dead now. He was like in the IRA.
Really?
He's like yeah. But that's
the IRA still a thing, or is that like over? That was my original
I
question.
think they've
Like,
just
is that
calmed
like a
down.
thing?
Like it's not super tense over there. They removed the barbed wire.
It's definitely still there. It's definitely still there, but it's like it's been divided and conquered. Like there's like a new IRA, and then there's a thing called the new IRA, and they hate the old IRA. But the new IRA, there's like a divide and conquer thing where it's like now it's like basically, but the heart of Michael Collins could strike again at any day, and it will. By Jesus, it will.
So they're a little divided right now, and they're not
A little bit, yeah.
kind of after anything in particular, I guess. Or, well, they are, but, they're not pushing as hard as they were 20, 30, 40 years ago.
Nah, yeah, no, it's not that bad. But if you go down like some streets in Belfast, I was in Belfast recently as well. As Belfast is in the northern side, so I was kind of in enemy territory, so to speak. It was a bit scary because it was all like literally all their buildings all have like these stencils. It's like, for the men who died fighting the Irish, and like they'd be like, and there's like murals of them, and they're like, fuck Irish, like it's just like, yeah. If you go to Google Maps and go to the Shankill Road, I think that probably has a shit ton of it because the Shankill Road is like known for
That doesn't sound like a good place. That sounds like a place you would
Shank
actually
Hill
die.
Road.
Yeah. Hi, welcome to Shank Hill Road. Are you ready to fucking die?
It has shank and kill in it. I'm trying to see if I can find some murals real quick. I go on Google Maps to see what they authentically say.
I feel like
that's great.
the only equivalent I can think of is like being from the north and then like coming down here to the south and like going to like a giant Confederate memorial where it's just like, yeah, we're glad we killed as many Northerners as possible to preserve slavery.
That's
Too bad it didn't work out. You know, it's just like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I actually may need to wrap up though because it's like 4 a.m. now. And
Oh,
Yeah.
That's totally fair. You were a total bro for catching us when you did.
no
Thank you.
Yeah,
worries.
man.
It was 2 p.m. and I didn't hear from you, but I was also like I was actually having a barbecue, so I kept checking my phone, but there was nothing, and then I kind of forgot. So
Yeah.
2 p.m. is 8 a.m. for us, so
Hey,
you know
good.
I was just getting to work, and
yeah, it was. I think it was just we got the like calculation wrong or something somehow.
dude, what
But,
happened was you told me like you were like, oh, it's 12:30 here, and I thought you meant 12:30 p.m. because you said it's 12:30. That'll be perfect, and I was like, surely he means in the afternoon because who says 12:30 midnight perfect?
And then I reminded him, I was like, dude, I've been researching this guy for 2 days. There's a chance he's a night owl. Like, he might stay up late sometimes to get work done. He animates and does computer programming. You don't have to do that on a, like, sun-based schedule.
Not even
Well-
a little bit.
Despite that, thank
Boys.
you for taking us back up.
Not a problem at all, guys. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for having me. Genuinely do like this podcast.
Absolutely. It was great to meet you, sir.
You too, my friend.
Thanks for coming on. I really appreciate it. I'm super sorry about getting all that shit fucked up. Come on again sometime, man.
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully, when I'm in the new place anyway, it'll be so much easier because like I don't have fucking people around and shit. So
Yeah, man. And if you need any, if you have any questions about moving to America and like different places and like kind of what they're like, I've been to most of the states, so I can tell you like generally what most of them are like. So
If you ever
if
want
you're
to come
just,
down to Mississippi and shoot guns, you can come down with us and shoot
Yeah.
guns in Mississippi.
that actually does sound fun. So perhaps I will.
Hey,
yeah, man.
open invitation.
Anyway, boys,
Yeah, man.
you very
Get
much.
some rest.
Take it easy,
I will.
man. Have a good
And
night.
I'll tweet it out. You guys too. All right.
Yeah.
Peace, fellas.
See ya.
Appreciate it, good sir.